Hey, brothers. Shalom. I got more to say about this shit, man. As soon as I ended the video, I was just like, damn. Started thinking of, started meditating on it a little bit more. But I want to go ahead and do a part 2 for this, man. A part 2 for the I guess I'm gonna just call it the R. Kelly deal, the deal on R. Kelly, man. And the psychological conditioning that the media is trying to push on these women. Because us men, look, just looking at this as a man, okay? You're looking at this, and it didn't take me long to kind of just, be like, man, this shit's some bullshit. You got these crying ass women crying, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm a victim. Oh, I was abused, R. Kelly. Oh, and it's one of those things where I call bullshit, man. It's just like the Me Too thing, man. You give a woman an opportunity to dress herself as a victim, she's gonna do it. But the thing is, a lot of these women young women willingly did what they did with R. Kelly. Willingly. So, you look at these concerts, who's the supporter of R. Kelly, man? I like me some, some 12 play and some of that old 90s shit. But the main supporter of this guy is who? The women. It's crazy, man. The hypocrisy in it all. And also exposes the irresponsibility of a lot of these women, because a lot of the young women that R. Kelly, put his mark on were brought around him by other women. After hearing some of the stories. Am I saying R. Kelly is right? Am I saying he's wrong? I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about nature here. And I discussed that in my first video. When a woman reaches her womanhood, the flower of her youth, which is during her menstruation, and how many cultures and in many civilizations, anything that's non-westernized, that's when a woman is kind of given off into marriage. To be with one man that he may take her on and be her covering until the day that he dies or she dies, which is the righteous order and how it should be. That's how it was set up from the beginning. Okay. But you look at these concerts, man, these R. Kelly concerts, man, you have these women reaching on stage, grabbing for his phallus. You have a woman going crazy, you know what I mean? Because they want that energy that he's portraying in his music, as many women do. Women are freaks. Women are sexually, and that's what they're created to do, because women were created to please men. That's why they have, them thick, soft thighs and, the soft ass and shit like that, breast. You're supposed to be satisfied with the breast of your woman. You understand? That's even in the scriptures, They're made to satisfy you, But it's just ironic how these same women turn around. It's just an extension of Me Too. You know what I'm saying? It's the same fucking thing. But I wanted to talk about, I'm going to start this off with even talking about this, man. How did R. Kelly turn out the way he did, man? With his, I don't want to say his sexual addiction, because, you're a man. You're supposed to get your rocks off. You're supposed to knock these hoes down, man. You're supposed to knock these women down. King Solomon had 1,000 women. You understand? The woman was created for the glory of man. That is your glory. That is your property. He who findeth a wife beginneth a possession. It is yours to enjoy. The Father made the woman for you, not you for the woman. This is why she is the weaker vessel. This is why she needs you to survive. And that's why you, brother, was given headship, authority, wisdom, knowledge, innovation. This was ordained to the man. You understand? But let's go back to the beginning, man. I was talking to my maid about it, but she was talking to me about it, really. And she was telling me how R. Kelly had discussed when he was a child. maybe 5 or 6 years old, that he had his older sister and she was molesting him. You know, that's wickedness. That's wicked, man. So the woman essentially created this monster that they're claiming to be a monster. While his mother was at work, his older sister would, have sex with him. And you see a lot of that. And I'm going to go ahead and touch on that. A lot of you women ain't shit, man. A lot of these mothers are committing incest with their sons. A lot of these women are, in R. Kelly situation, being abused. And this is why, and I know more than one brother. Shit, some of you brothers subscribe to my channel probably been through this. They demonize the men, but these women turn a lot of these men out, man. And then they say, oh, he's a monster. Oh, he's a sex machine now. You know what I'm saying? He's running through these hoes now. Because in the days of his youth, he experienced that euphoria. He wasn't a man yet. He was still yet a boy. You understand? And his older sister, who was like 15 or 16 at the time, was abusing him, man. Yeah, and that type of shit goes on to this day. The scriptures tell us that all wickedness is belittled to the wickedness of a woman, and that the churlishness of a man is better than the goodness of a woman. Woman brings shame and reproach. If you go into the book of Sirach and the Apocrypha, it tells you all about women. And it was written by Solomon. The book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, it lets you know about the nature of woman. You understand? So the same thing that these women are complaining about is what they created. But nonetheless, let's go into the psychological aspect of this. And this is just me speaking from experience and what we all know to be true and very real. A lot of women want an experienced man. Yes, indeed. A lot of women want an experienced man. It's true. I remember being in middle school. Shit, back in my day, man, middle school, 2001? 2002? I was in the 6th and 7th grade. Man, the few young girls, now these were girls, the few young girls that were no longer virgins would just be bragging about how they fucking older guys. They will always chase the older guy. In 6th grade, it was dating the 8th graders. When I got in high school, the 9th graders were the freshmen was dating the seniors. Women always are programmed to go with the more experienced male counterpart. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It is not only until you get into your adulthood, in your maturity, when you are situated and set up as a man, when you have the strong head on your shoulders, when you gain wisdom and knowledge through life and through life experience. Oh, no. That's when you're shamed for dating younger. Yeah. What fucking sense does that make? You know what I'm saying? What sense does that make, man? A man should date younger. Your woman should be younger than you. Your hoes, your woman, your concubines, whatever the fuck you want to call them, whatever you plan to put your dick up in, should be as least experienced as possible. They should be virgins. Now they should be virgins, and they should be younger than you. Why would you date a woman who has rode the cock carousel and has more sexual experience than you? A lot of these women do. Strippers, woman of the night strippers, bartenders, escorts, they got body counts, man. And these are the women that are not worth dominating. Because how can you dominate a woman if she's been dominated repeatedly by other men? And a lot of these women is too difficult to dominate. Now, they'll tell you can't handle it. They'll call it strong black. I'm a strong black woman. No, you're a rebellious woman. You're untrainable. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And a lot of these bitches is old dogs. It's kind of like driving a car, brand new car off the lot, or a brand new lease. You're the first one that, fresh smell, that, you step on the gas, that responsiveness, everything in perfect synchronicity, versus, you have pride in that. You're like, oh yeah, riding nice, riding smooth, baby. But then you get something like a rental car, Do you really give a fuck about the car? You just use it for your purpose and, give it back for the next one. The same ideology. Only a simp or a simple-minded nigga will get a rental and take pride in it. Love it. Would you put a double-den HD DVD MP3 player? Would you put a sound system in that rental car, brother? Would you do that? Would you invest in a rental car? Or would you use it for your purposes and return it? Same thing with these women. You understand? Same thing with these women. And even if you was to get an older car per se, right? Let's say a car maybe 150,000 miles on it, used. Maybe it's a second vehicle. You might need a little, pickup truck or a 4x4 for the weather or something. Or you just might need a daily driver, a little beater that you can drive around town that sips gas. Maybe a 1995 Civic or something. Are you going to treat that car like you would your Cadillac? Your newer model car? The car with less miles on it? You're going to run that hoe till the wheels fall off. And it's what it is. It serves its purpose. You're not going to put exhaust on it. You're not going to invest all this money into it. Same thing with these women. You understand? Psychologically, a lot of these women like to be dominated. And they want to be dominated by an older man. Think about it. This is just something I was pondering on. What the fuck a young... And there's nothing wrong, if... Because, even in our culture, man, and I'm not talking about the white man's culture. I'm not talking about American culture. I'm talking about Hebrew Israelite culture. I'm talking about African cultures. I'm talking about everything that's non-Western. You understand? Because the white man's culture is bullshit. You understand? But there's nothing wrong. Okay, a lot of times in these ancient cultures, in non-Western cultures, a lot of marriages are arranged. A lot of marriages are arranged from childhood. Little Johnny is going to take little Lillian when she starts her administration and when he becomes in his early manhood. So it was nothing uncommon to marry off a 16-year-old boy or a 16-year-old young man to a 14 or 15-year-old young woman. That's not uncommon. It wasn't uncommon. You understand? But on the same note, their upbringing was different as well. There was no public school system, no degrees and other, what's the word I'm looking for? Other, bullshit. That's all, because, that's all bullshit, because at the end of the day, the degree's not going to mean nothing. Can you survive? Can you build a fire? Can you hunt? Can you fish? Fellas? Can you field strip a deer? Can you build a house? Can you build a home? And a lot of us brothers don't know these things because it wasn't taught to us in the society. We're taught to get the white man's seal of approval. Yes, a degree. The same thing for these women. Can you keep a house? Can you raise children? Can you be nurturing? Can you please a man? Can you be obedient? Can you be silent? Can you be humble? Can you be meek? Can you be feminine? For the ladies. And a lot of them can't. Because they wasn't raised like that in this Western Hemisphere. Okay? They was raised to be put over a man through the educational system and through the matriarchy, the pussy power, which destroys them. You understand? Because it puts miles on them. Okay? That's not how it's supposed to be. Not at all. Everything here is backwards and upside down. But really consider this, me as a father. And people, the sad thing is when these women bring these shaming tactics, they always want to bring in your mama, your daughter, your sisters. These hoes need to just shut the fuck up, man. These women just need to shut the fuck up, man. Because they don't know what the hell they talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Because my truth is that a lot of our mothers ain't shit, man. Don't mean you don't love your mother. We done seen a lot of our mothers do shit that ain't right, so that it don't work for me. That shaming tactic don't work for me. But even in me having 2 daughters, if I was to give them off to marriage, let's just say in a society that's just patriarchal, you understand? I keep them chaste. I keep them virgins. I teach them how to clean, how to cook, how to honor and respect a man. I tell them what the fuck to do all the time. I tell my daughters what to do. I tell my daughter what to do, man. Instruction. And I show her my disapproval when she's not listening. Training. Upbringing. And to continue with what I was saying. And let's just say Johnny Joe comes along. Let's say young Timmy comes along. My daughter's per se this time, she's 16. Okay. Young Timmy's 17. He still lives with his mama. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't have a job. I talked to him for 10 minutes and realized that he doesn't have much wisdom at all. He's a fucking idiot. He wants to sip lean. He wants to pop pills. He wants to drink. All he cares about in his pride in life is his collection of Jordans. He's a fucking idiot. Okay? Seriously. And then I come across Johnny Joe. Johnny Joe's 25 years old. He has a job. Has a house. Has a little bit of land, has some money, has some wisdom, has some knowledge, has a relationship and an understanding of the Most High. And he comes to me and says, I favor your daughter. Which of these 2 men, as a father, would I be more willing to give my daughter on to? Should it be little dumbass Timmy because he's fucking young as shit? No. But Johnny Joe, the older one, if he carries himself in righteousness and has wisdom and can display leadership, head on his shoulders, right? That would be more so who I will be leaning to give my daughter unto, because I can trust him to provide and protect my daughter for all the days of his life. Because a righteous man, that is righteousness. If you pop a woman, the way the Most High set it up, if you pop a woman, you take her as your wife. And that is the responsibility of a man. That's why these women have no accountability, because it's not in them. Only a man has accountability, because we are held accountable because it's in us. Okay? You become accountable for that woman. She do what the fuck you tell her to do. And she becomes a pillar of rest for you. She's a gift from the Lord for you to help you as you provide and protect for her and your family. That is the right order. You understand? But not to rant too much about this, man. But like I said in the other video, man, there's gonna be a lot of shaming going on as a lot of these women hit the streets very soon. You might have a woman that look all right. She looks pretty good. Might be touching on 40, approaching that wall. The fat ass starting to fall on her. Not looking all that good, and had about 3-4 kids, but she might have a 16, 17-year-old daughter who's a virgin. Why the fuck would you choose this woman over her child, man? Why would you want an old, used up fucking woman? You want a clean slate. Why would you eat off of a dirty plate? You understand? When you take a woman's virginity, you're humbling that woman. You understand? You become her master. There's a blood covenant that takes place. It's a blood covenant that takes place. You understand? The matriarchy is about to fall. The matriarchy is about to receive a heavy judgment. But I see a lot of these women on the street, and a lot of these women about to be hungry, man. And a lot of them are going to try to cling on to you. And a lot of them are going to fake the funk. But my suggestion is start with a clean slate. Fuck the shaming. And that's what this R. Kelly ordeal is, what they're trying to do. Is give these women, like I said in the other video, a lifeline to begin to shame the men who are going to choose virginal woman. And unfortunately, they're going to be younger because the times that we're living in, these women are whores. They turned out by the time they're 20. I don't give a fuck if you 25, 30, 35, 40, 45-year-old man. You take a woman who was not used and abused. A keyword woman. Not no pubescent little girl who hasn't started her menstruation. That's being a fucking pedophile. You deserve to go to the sword for that. That's wickedness. But a woman, you understand? And then the creation, a young girl becomes a woman when she begins her menstruation. Fuck what you talking about. Fuck what the white man talking about. Fuck your feelings. Like I said in another video, this video is the same applies. It's not for simps. It's not for bitch ass niggas. And it's not for women. This is for real men who have logic, wisdom, and understanding. Okay? Who's not brainwashed and conditioned by the society. It's not expedient to do that. It's not expedient to lay down with a younger woman now. And even if you're an older guy, shit, look, if you get a woman who's 18, man, you're still going to get shamed for it if you're, let's say, 28, 38, 48 years old. But for what? So they're going to shame you regardless. But we're coming in a time where you're going to be able to pick and choose. And I'm not choosing. I told y'all this in my other videos, man. I used to talk about this day years ago. The fall of the BAW, man. You're going to see a lot of corner prostitution going on. You're about to see these women. Yeah, you about to see it. They're about to start kissing that ass. They about to start kissing your ass, brothers. That swirling movement is about to evaporate. They're not going to be like, clinging to the white man because the white man don't want them. He abuse them, piss on them, shit on them, sodomize them, tie them up, gag them. He do all that shit. Then he throws them back on the street where they belong. They don't have nobody else to run to but the black man. They can keep talking that strong independent shit, but we shall see. We shall see. And we're about to see. We're about to see. Your brothers are about to receive your God-given right to have more than one woman. And what the fuck is your bitch gonna do about it? She can't do nothing about it, man. Because that day does come when that 911 is not gonna work for a hoe, man. The day does come when it's gonna be like the days of ancient. They already threw down CenturyLink. You heard about it? 911 emergency services were suspended around New Year's in certain regions. They're beta running this shit because they're about to throw the society down. It's all about to go down. But women are going to be plentiful and abundant in these times, man. And despite what anybody's going to say to you, man, fuck that. Get them young. If you want to get them at 18, get them at 18, but make sure they're not ran through, and they need to be virgins, man. There need to be 2 questions. Well, really 1 question. Like I said, I was saying this years ago, I'm only taking virgins, man. So I'm not going to take it. Look, my woman, my maid that I've been with for the last 10 years, she's not a virgin, and I know what what they ass act like. I know what she acts like. Yeah, I still dominate her, but it's a struggle. It's like a tug of war. You know what I'm saying? You got to recondition her ass. You got to recondition these women. When you get a younger woman, she's automatically going to be conditioned and cleave unto you. Whatever you say gonna go, however you think she's gonna think, because she's brand fucking new. This is a sensitive topic, and people gonna shame it. I know I'm gonna get thumbs downs on this one. I don't give a fuck, because it is what it is. It's the truth. It's the raw, the real, and the red pill. It's the red pill, raw and real truth. And hopefully y'all do understand the discerning line that I did draw between a young woman and a child. You know what I mean? Hopefully y'all can discern that line, in nature, period. The raw, the real, the red pill is not a pedophile. I'm not sick in that way. I'm not sick. I'm not a demonic dude. I don't have legions of demons on me. Nah. I have 2 baby girls of my own. Damn it. That I protect and I bring up. Try to bring them up in righteousness and in truth, at least. But this is just a little rant. You know, just figured I'd just talk about this a little bit more. But thanks for tuning into the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. Shalom.